Have you ever noticed the kind of society you're living in? Like, have you ever actually sat there and really thought about how emotionally cut off we are? Well, I just wanted to, talk a little bit about that, because it's actually quite shocking when you think about it. So we live in society with loads of humans, but we're actually living in a socially cut off society as such. Like, have you ever, when you're walking downtown or you're going to the bus stop or whatever, it's always a bit awkward or a bit odd when someone even tries to speak to you, yet you're happy to, when you get to know that person, you can be an absolute nutter and you're happy to chat to them, do whatever, whatever. But how awful it is that we don't know how to take compliments, we don't know how to give compliments. We always end up awkwardly talking about the weather or something that's not relevant, and we instantly have our guards up and we feel this awkward energy, this negative kind of energy. And then sometimes, like for me especially, you're the outgoing one, you're the confident one, you're the nutty one, you're the one with the good vibes and the good energy, and it might relate to you, and you instantly feel this need to always be like that. So sometimes, being in the society that we live in, you kind of realise maybe you're not that person, or maybe you're just that person around your friends, and it's almost quite frustrating because you have this thing embedded in you when you feel that you want to be that person that is outgoing all the time, that is confident, and then you chuck yourself in front of a group of people or even in front of a camera, and you just have this instant anxiety, this instant panic that's just, why do I feel like this when I am the confident one, and I am, and it's due to the fact that the society that we currently live in, how we are so cut off from each other. So anxiety builds up and we're constantly thinking, for me personally, so anxiety has many ways of presenting itself, but there are two main ones, which is either the physical anxiety, which is the anxiety that I suffer with myself. So personally, I don't really get that mental anxiety, which is where your thoughts are constant. You're worrying, you're panicking about this, and don't get me wrong, I have many times, and that's dealt with very well now. So what I would do is I'll meditate, because I always wondered, why am I panicking? Why do I feel anxious? Why do I feel like this? Why is my brain constantly asking me questions? Why do I feel so sad? And how do I change this? And a lot of the times you don't question yourself, how do I change it? And that is the key to it. You need to look into it. You need to understand what is happening in your brain. Why is that happening? And then you've got your physical anxiety, when your brain, is working for you. It's completely on your side, and you get up to talk to these people, and you've got all the facts, you've got everything ready to just talk. And then your body doesn't want to listen to your head. Your body just has its mind of its own, and it does its own thing. And then, oh, that's the dog. Sorry about the dog interruption there. So where was I? I was talking a little bit about how, so you've got all the words, you're all ready to go and have a nice conversation, tell everyone your story, and then your body just becomes anxious. So you start sweating, your heart rate increases, you start panicking, it's not you, and you're telling your body, can you please just calm down a little bit there, thanks, just stop that now. And that's when the mental anxiety kicks in. So then it's like, I'm bright red, what are they thinking of me? I've been quiet for too long, I'm sweating, oh my gosh, can you see my sweat patches? It's just, how do you deal with that? And I'm in possibly exactly the same boat. So there's two different sides of your brain, which is actually being triggered then. So you've got your physical anxiety, which is myself, and that is the right side of the brain, which has a lot more activity, and these are fairly recent studies that have been done to find out how the brain waves are working. And then you've got your mental anxiety, which is your left side of your brain, which has a lot more activity which is going on. So then it's dealing with that. So for the right side of the brain, where your body's panicking and you're stressing out, that can be a genetic predisposition. which is fairly unfortunate because that's something you've been born with. And then it's also excess adrenaline. So how is that something that you can start to manage? And personally, I'd say to just get out there and keep doing it, unless that pushes you more into a fear association, which then will make it worse. But also the difference in your brain chemicals, because that's all that really is going on. It's just massive chemicals. The difference between fear and excitement is absolutely nothing. It's exactly the same chemical reaction which is going on inside your brain. So to trick yourself, you just got to keep telling yourself you're excited. I'm not scared right now. I know what I need to say. I'm not, panicking. I'm not fearful. I'm excited. This is exciting, sweat. My heart rates up because I'm excited. This is a good thing. But instead we associate it with fear in them kind of moments. So yeah, when you're out there and you do see someone that does look nice, go ahead and say it, and that probably will make you panic a little bit. Oh wow, your dress looks fantastic, and they're probably taking you're a bit of a weirdo, but this is because of the way we're all living. So let's break them barriers. Let's jump out of. I'm a massive fan of intuitiveness, like intuitivity, and it's important that we do listen to our internal instincts. It is, and it goes beyond science, because this is how once upon a time we didn't have all that science. What else did we follow, So it is massively important. However, in those times when you can feel that energy of awkwardness, when you're sitting at that bus stop and someone's like, oh, isn't the weather nice? Actually, should we stop talking about the weather now and just talk about how has your day been today? Just be a normal person, and instead of making it feel like it's awkward, break that awkward barrier. In other words, don't listen to that intuitive vibe that's saying this is awkward right now. For once, just ignore it. And let's start making them vibes positive vibes. And look at someone in the eye. Be present with that person. And that's going to make all the difference. That would definitely make all the difference. And that's what I'm going to start doing.